That's why, like, I lock in, bro. Fuck that. Fuck that, bro.
No shit, bro.
Lock in. It's like your biggest protection is getting right with the Lord.
Right.
And then shit, whatever happens, bro.
Hey, yo, but another thing too, though, I definitely I saw Edomite was in power, bro.
Yeah.
And I seen him look at this young boy, like basically like, you know, knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. Anybody trying to hear that shit?
Yep.
And chalked it.
Yeah. All right. Shalom. All right, we are Hebrew Israelites. We do come to preach the truth of the Bible, to tell you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are the Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. Hebrew being your language and culture, and Israelite being your bloodline, the genealogy, the seed that you go back to, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. We come to preach the downfall of America as well. But before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to your Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Yahweh, Kadosh, and His Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Yahweh, being the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, being the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And we're going to give double honor to our elders and apostles who rule well, and peace and blessings to the elect. All right, so me and the brother was dialoguing before opening up, and Spirit, you know, God wanted us to talk about pretty much the trials of our people and how this society is set up against us, right? The curses, the laws, the infrastructure, the social, the economic, and the judicial system, all together wrapped in one, is set up against you Israelites, you Jakes, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. In general, you will never be able to get ahead in the society because everything is set up against you. You got little pockets of our people who would make it, become, you know, rich or whatever, or get out of society, maybe get into the upper echelon, but never on an elite scale. Right. So, and even then, even when you're making multi-millions, you're not safe. Look at what's happened to all these celebrities. You know, somebody can, you do one thing wrong against this so-called white man's kingdom.
What y'all doing, may I ask?
We teaching the truth of the Bible.
Oh, okay.
You know, telling our people that your true nationality according to the Bible is that you're Israelite.
Oh, okay.
By blood, not by religion, not by nothing. They lied to you, told you you were black. Your shirt black, but your skin ain't black.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean? They tell you African American. All right, you from Africa, but where at? Africa's a big country with hundreds of a big continent with hundreds of countries. Where you from?
Right.
What part of Africa are you from?
Yeah, but they quick to say Africa.
And you from Africa? Why your brothers and sisters ain't ever come get you then? Why do Africans not like us if we so-called Africans? True.
Because they've been brainwashed.
Well, no, because they know the history.
They're different.
Yeah.
They know that they're weird, not them. Because when you go into the Bible goes into the history of how the Israelites, our people, we was at war with the so-called Africans for thousands of years.
Yeah.
They were damn near our first enemy.
Right, basically, yeah.
What's
Well, I'm sorry.
No, you good, brother.
No, I'm going to say, when next time y'all come up this way?
We usually out here around like 6, 7 o'clock every Tuesday or Thursday.
Okay.
One or the other.
Yeah, because I'm actually at work. I'm speaking off the
Oh,
job.
no, you good, brother.
Bye.
Look it up, brother. Look it up.
Yeah.
Israelite. Who are the real Hebrew Israelites? That's all you gotta do is look that up, and then boom.
That's what
Open up the book.
And I would say this last thing so you can get on your way. Basically, in a nutshell, you know those people that split through the sea with Moses?
Yeah.
Like, in case you couldn't reference it, those special God's people, that's us.
Right. Yep. Okay. And I love history. I do. So that's why I said when y'all talk.
But this is your history. That's the difference. They teach you about everybody else's history,
Yeah.
but never yours. The Bible is your history book. The white man took it and made it into everything else. And said it was for everybody, but it ain't.
And this really the last thing. For reference, so when you out here walking around, when you come across a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Semio Indian, like the Native Americans, Hispanics, and all, they are all our brothers and sisters.
All the brothers and
We all
sisters.
from the same people.
Yeah.
We're not different at all. We're from the same.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, but I'm gonna ride with y'all some more.
All right, brother.
man.
You be safe, man.
All right,
You
man.
too.
Yeah, so like we were saying, this society is set up against our people, that you're playing a losing game. One, we were never meant to be here. All right, this is not our rest. We're only here because of it's our punishment.
Right.
because we disobeyed the laws of our God.
Yeah.
And therefore he prophesied that he would send us into captivity and we would be oppressed by our enemies if we didn't obey his laws.
Right.
And we didn't obey his laws. But the reason it's beautiful because the Most High stated it because he knew it was going to happen.
Right.
If the Most High knew we was going to be perfect and righteous the whole way through, he would have never had to state it because he just knew, I'm going to bless y'all. Y'all follow my ways, I'm going to bless y'all.
Right. And also why
He wouldn't have had to go into, he would have never had to go into detail of all the curses if it weren't going to happen.
Correct. Yeah.
It was prophecy. That's why the Most High stated it. All right, he spoke it. He's like, look, I'm going to let y'all know right now. This is what's going to happen if you don't follow my laws. And I'm telling y'all all these things in detail because you're not going to follow my law. Why? Because you're the flesh. And this is the Most High story. So everything is for a purpose. But look, me and the brother was dialoguing, and the brother was telling me about a situation he encountered in his workplace, going into, like, he just watched the curses unfold right in front of his face, bro. So go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so I was near my workplace. I was able to see a case or so, and it was a younger brother. I would assume so-called Negro, who would know though, but so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, more or less. He pretty much made a bad decision, got himself in a joyride, fleeing from the cops, and then at the very bottom, he ended up damaging a lot of property, other cars.
One stole the vehicle.
Yeah, stole the vehicle, and he was the driver. And he damaged some property along with, he damaged 2 cars and other cars that was parked. And the final real shebang was that he had rear-ended another car, which paralyzed a passenger in the car he rear-ended. And I think that's what pretty much brought him down. But the point is, when I was in the court case itself, they were trying to. The little brother was obviously the defendant, and his lawyer was fighting for him to be tried as a juvenile rather than as an adult. And we know if he was a juvenile, it would be a lot more lenient. It comes with a lot more resources and a lot more support in order to develop him to
a lot more mental health
correct
involved in juvenile
100%.
detention versus adults.
Right.
Because the whole purpose of juvenile detention is it's like sending a psych patient to a behavioral health facility,
right,
and so they can get mental health, so they can go back into the world and be a part of society.
100% correct. That's literally what they said too, or the reasoning of what they were trying to do. That's perfect. And so, and obviously we know in the opposite end, being tried as a grown man would just be state, county prison, state.
You got to be in the prison with grown ass men, 17 years old, in prison with real killers. Grown men is going to take advantage of the young boy.
Absolutely. And I will have to admit, the brother's lawyer did a phenomenal job. He brought up testimonies from a psychiatrical doctor. She broke down things like when an adolescent is about from adolescence to 25 is when the brain develops into a full blown brain, and in return the brain is not capable. Brother was 16, so in that age frame, the brain is not developed enough where it can't understand decisions and also the long-term consequences. That was what they were talking about. So when it comes to an adolescent, their brains are only built on emotion, high dopamine, and right now thrills of excitement. Right. In order to that's what their brains are built on, until it grows into a situation where, like we can do, where as adults we're able to trials and tribulations and also make a decision. But before we do, we think about it.
We analyze and we think about all the aspects of it: long-term effects, short-term effects, cost to enter, all those different things.
All those different things, and that makes us more wise in order to move forward to stay out of harm's way or with the law. So as the lawyer brought out that woman, she's like a psychiatrist lady. She was also built on. He was asking questions on why he fits perfectly for the program, how can the program benefit him for his age, and also from his mental capacity and how his behavior is, and also his lack of priors. With young boy knew nothing before that. He was pretty much a prime candidate for that particular rehabilitation program. He was perfect for it.
He's perfect for rehabilitation.
Correct. Yeah. So he fit the description And it was a really smart angle to get the judge to understand that, you know, to swing the other way in a positive. Long story short, he also brought once the brother goes through that program, he brought another brother who was built on clinics for adolescent, younger education, and also to teach him about that 25-year-old brain and try to instill him earlier. It was pretty dope in what he said they do. And he also, the question was asked, the one brother name was Dante or something, and it was like, do you feel as though this brother is perfect for the position and to be able to be really rehabilitated back into society? The guy said yes. I mean, if you ask me on everything that's presented, it looked really good and it looked like it was going to work out, man. But then again, we're in Esau's kingdom and we're under the curses, and we know that Esau has a perpetual hatred for us, and so I was able to see that hatred and that power that Esau has in order to easily bring the brother down. So what happened was, after the defendant's lawyer was able to speak everything I just said, the DA's turn is the opposition of why the kid should be tried as an adult and the things that the young guy did in order for it to pursue it on the negative, on why it should go this way or that way. Long story short, the DA had spoke about the things that the young kid was doing. He brought up Facebook pictures. He brought up, you know, him and his friends, and you know, they had a couple weapons and things of that nature, just to really demonize him in a real vigorous and detailed way. And I also have to say this part too. The judge was also from Esau, so-called white man, and the way he looked was like he wasn't paying attention in ways.
He already was in
yeah.
He are predisposed.
Right. Yeah, I just saw it. I was like, damn. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't want to assume that, but you can read energy and facial expressions and body language very well. The judge looked like, you know, he had his hand like this, like, okay, hurry the fuck up so I can go ahead and say what I want to say. You could tell he was moving like, you could tell he was like over it. The guy ain't really trying to hear this shit. Then, let me speak this very important aspect. This is how I was able to come to this conclusion that he was thinking and moving this way. The young kid's lawyer was trying to bring up documents of testimonials of people that can consider a lot more, and the judge was like, I ain't trying to hear it because I read all those testimonials already. So if you're going to bring up anything I read already, you're wasting your time. I said, damn. You can tell by
which was probably Cat.
Yeah, Cat, for real. And then the DA was like, objection. These have been answered already. So I said, oh, okay. So that was like cutting the legs off the guy's ammo he was using to create a narrative on why the young boy should be tried as a juvenile. So that was like Esau 101 right there. Long story short, as you can obviously expect, the ruling came down to the young guy being denied, and he is now 17. One mistake, never did nothing before, never had dealt with any cops at all. So with that particular prior record score, you should pretty much like that young boy should get a little slap on the wrist, you would assume. Yeah. I think through the circumstances of the guy being paralyzed, the judge said denied, and now the young kid has to be tried as a grown-ass man, which will potentially put him in jail with grown men at 17, which he has no business being in that. And so I'm bringing this testimonial out because it's a clear cut that when I was watching it unfold, it was pretty much we're on the bottom, we're the tail, not the head. Esau's on top. They have a perpetual hatred, and any way they can rob the poor or even the fatherless, which young boy didn't. I assume didn't have the pop.
Don't want shit like that.
Yeah, absolutely not.
You ain't have no impactful father.
Not at all.
I should say that because there's some dudes in here, there's a lot of dudes out here with fathers in their lives, but their fathers ain't nobody, bro. Ain't on no level. You know what I mean?
So and it was clear to see the scriptures unfold that that we're under these curses and and also in the hands of our enemies for the reason why we need salvation, that is the salvation aspect of it. So I had to bring that out there. It was sad. Young woman made a mistake, but I looked at it spiritual. Like, damn, we under the curses for real. Like, a couple was coming to mind. You should want for all things. Yeah. Let me see the
I thought I gave it to you.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, so that's my testimony on that one, brothers. Let me bring out this first precept first. Because if you do these statistics as well, I believe America has the highest incarceration rate in the world, I believe.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they do. And also, and which we already know, our jails are consumed in the high 80, low 90 range of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Seminole Indians flooded. I rarely see an Edomite, bro, in the jail cells. I rarely see them.
It's a small percentage.
Very small. It's super little.
And it's like, it's a little bit of, they don't commit as many crimes. And not even just that, but also they get away with a lot more shit.
They do.
You know what I mean?
They do.
But you gotta remember, these, I know you brought, what you brought, Isaiah 42?
42, yeah.
Yeah, this is the reason why most of our people reside in the prison.
Which is also another curse that's not in Deuteronomy, but is a curse.
Which essentially it kind of yields to it because his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
Yeah, correct.
That plays a portion why Jake is
correct.
As a portion of that.
Yep. Isaiah 42. I'm gonna start at Okay, start 22 to the point. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Seminole Indians. You got it, big dog. They are all them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restore. Beautiful.
That's why they set up these laws and the systems to ultimately trap our people into committing crime. Like, you take all the options away from a man, and you force his hand to what? To do crime.
No.
Not all brothers that's in jail are violent criminals. You got brothers that are in jail for selling drugs, right? Because
women,
they try to they're in jail because of women. You know, he said, she said, child support.
Yeah.
So many different things that are set up against our people to keep us to keep the fathers out the house. Yeah. It's all these different tactics Esau utilized to oppress our people and to break our families apart. It's systematic, bro. It all stems from the curses at the end of the day, but the Most High used Esau, and Esau is Most High gave Esau the sword, that blessing, and Esau is using that blessing to its fullest extent, man. He is not wasting. He's not holding back any power. He's going full power from the rip. And fuck these niggas, man. But even though Isaiah 10 tells you that they make laws and
I'm gonna bring that out too. This is Isaiah 10 and 1. I'll bring up Psalm 10 too. Isaiah 10 and 1, it says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that the widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless." Absolutely.
Yeah. They literally set up a judicial system that 99% of judges, DAs, and people in charge of actually executing judgments, right, giving out sentences, are Edomites. And when they see so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans hit their stand, it's balls to the wall. Get these niggas off the street. That's their motto. Get them off the street. Now, granted, you got some judges that are worse than others, but at the end of the day, the narrative still stands, bro. Right? They make laws that basically we can't get by. Like you said, like child support, for example. Like, you could be put on child support, no DNA test required. You could be put on child support, but you could file for joint custody and get denied it just to get put on child support. Yeah. You know what I mean? And this woman doesn't have to work, she don't have to do nothing, bro. And you get put on child support, all this money, and then you can't afford to and then the bitch still expect you to come out of pocket and pay for shit, man. Yeah. And then now you back on your child support, and she calling the cops. Next thing you know, you get arrested because you're a couple $1,000s behind. But it's like, that doesn't make sense because, all right, I'm struggling to pay the child support because this economy sucks. I can barely get a good job. I can't afford to go to college to better my career because of the child support. Now here it is. Okay, I'm struggling to pay it because I still got my own bills to pay, and this woman don't got to do shit but sit at home and collect public assistance. She got Section 8, food stamps, cash assistance, child support, daycare support. It's like, damn. And then here it is. Now I'm coming out of pocket 40% of my check, 50% of my check, and I barely make enough money to pay the bills I got. Scrambling and scraping.
And you know what makes it worse too? It's a known fact that the money don't even go to the child. It goes to the woman, so she can get her hair done and nails done and use it for all the things that she don't need.
Because it's not regulated.
Yeah.
It's just it's like a debit card.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And you can use it for anything, bro.
Yeah.
Whereas those women should have to itemize everything they use. Like, it should be like, when you use this card, it has to be swiped, and everything has to be audited. It has to be audited
Like EBT. EBT can only be food. You can't buy
It can be like, yo, you can only buy certain things, and everything you swipe your card for, it's got to show up on the statements every month. Somebody else review your shit. Whoa.
Wait, hold up. That's the child.
I see you took out a cash withdrawal at an ATM for $200. What was that for?
Right.
Oh, I had the, I couldn't swipe the card. Oh, I had the, all right, I need to see receipts. And then she can't, boom, 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 fine.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do that. Why? Because it's set up against the men.
And all $200 has to be associated with the baby.
Right, and then so then the kicker is, a man can struggle. He could be behind. And he could be talking to the woman. He could be, yo, listen, I'm struggling. I ain't got the 300 this week. I got like 150 I can give you. See, and next thing you know, you get months behind. You get arrested. Then you can't pay child support.
Right.
You get arrested for 6 months, let's just say. And guess what? That child support is stacking up. So now you was only $2,000 in the hole. You get arrested for 6 months. You come out and then you $6,000 in the hole. And the cycle repeats itself. And that's just one example of many.
Psalms 10, starting at the top. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts.
And that's going into the wicked, which ultimately goes down to Esau, Edom.
Yeah.
And Esau, he doesn't delight in the law of the Lord. He doesn't delight in the righteousness. All he delights is in wickedness and evil. And again, like I said, he was blessed with the sword, and he's using that sword to its fullest potential. He's not holding back no punches, no power, nothing. He's going full force. And Esau has a perpetual hatred against our people, going all the way back to the womb. That's why when the prophecy of Genesis says that there were 2 nations in thy womb, and they were warring in the womb, bro. So this thing is perpetual, it's forever. This war is not going to end until what? The prophecy of Obadiah be fulfilled, where Esau gets pretty much removed from the face of the earth.
Yep.
After they serve their sentence of judgment, right, which is slavery.
Verse 5, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. For all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. And that's going into like how, think of a person that's set up like this, and now they're in rule, and we're on the bottom. You're cooked. Yeah. Now you under that person who think that way. It's a wrap.
Esau is the epitome of ego. All right, but guess what? And pride. But the scriptures say that pride cometh before destruction. So we know that this is going to come to an end. We're just living out our sins.
Yeah.
And guess what? Our sins is coming to an end. Our sins is coming to an end very, very soon. All right, but this is the point is that you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans need to realize that. Hold on. You so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans need to realize that this is not your rest. You're always going to be at odds. The best thing you can do in this society right now is 1, first and foremost, serve Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and 2, live a simple life. Stay out the way. But and then even going into the story, how the dude was minding his business, got rear-ended, paralyzed. That just goes to show you that if you don't have the Lord, it's fair game. it's fair game, right? The Most High sends out judgments every morning, bro.
Yeah, every morning.
And mercy.
It was immersive, but we just specifically judged. That was specifically set out for him to be judged.
Yeah, it was.
And it was twofold. It was judgment for the Asian dude, the Ammonite, and judgment for the Jake.
Yeah, it's all set up for the Lord for whatever purpose. And the one brother, long story, you listen to the live? All right, so long story short, I had a testimony of a Jake brother at 16. He did the crime. He did a joyride. He crashed into a couple property, damaged some cars, and he rear-ended an Uber ride, which a Japanese brother was in there, or a Japanese person was in there, and got paralyzed and neck down. And then what they were trying to do was, in the court case, the young brother's lawyer would try to fight for him to be tried as a juvenile rather than an adult, to keep him in the resources that he would need in order
So
to better
he get
himself.
rehabilitated.
And long story short, it was a Esau DA and an Esau judge, which and the purpose of the testimony was I seen the hatred towards our people and how the judge went about it. He wasn't paying attention that well. He had bad body language. He looked over it. He had the hand on his jaw.
He was ready to
sit.
Go underneath the jail.
Yeah. And so he denied it, and also the young brother's lawyer did a phenomenal job. He brought out psychiatric doctors and to talk about the age of adolescents to 25-year-old brains, to put them into the program.
He was really trying to save him.
The judge was like, yo, bro, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
He was trying to save him.
And he chalked it.
Because they don't care about us.
Correct. That's what we're going into. Yeah.
But let it have been Esau. Oh, he was troubled, and he didn't have his father just wasn't around, so he didn't have the support system. Let's put this man in the right support and get him back. Come on, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish this off right here.
Here's seeing it time and time again.
Here go the point right here.
Question though.
Oh, go ahead, brother.
My apologies.
No, go ahead, brother.
Is the case done?
Yeah, it's a wrap.
You know what happened? Like, what was his
Yeah, so also the brother made a mistake with that, and also the DA also he almost slipped up too. He had the courtroom a little bit riled up a little bit. Now it didn't happen, but it was about to when he was talking about how he was relating to the brother on the fact that he had Instagram pictures, Facebooks of him and his friends with rifles and guns with his drawing. But then what he did was where he almost was about to get his ass whooped and whatever. He basically was all like, yeah, you know how Philadelphia is. Blacks will come together, get guns, and they'll shoot each other. He's from a gang called 56th Street, And I felt the tension in the room, like, bro, okay, be careful, bro. You're starting to sound a little racist a little bit. The DA. The DA was
racist.
making his point on why he should be tried as an adult. But as he was speaking, he was starting to go that route where it was like, okay, now, big dog, but you started to sound a little crazy. And even me standing there was like, oh, he's getting a little. And I felt the energy in the room, like, oh, where he going with this one? Like, it's getting a little
he was
bad.
trying to paint a picture.
Yeah.
The picture painted of our people is deplorables.
Right.
Is the cesspool of the country. But that's also. But remember. But we all know. But we all know. Obviously, based on the curses. But we also understand. Like, this is why our camp name is Behind Enemy Lines.
Right.
We understand that everything in this society and world is subject to be against us. It is our adversary, right? White people are the devils that the Bible speaks of, and the word Satan just means adversary, contrary of, opposed to. You know what I'm saying? Now, who is opposed to us? Psalms 83 tells us who our enemies are, right? So then if we're in a country controlled by our enemies, what makes you think as a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American man that you are going to get away with anything? Like there is no love for you.
You have to play the game.
You gotta
be like, I gotta be smarter than these niggas because
you gotta be better than that. You gotta be best in class, overqualified, and some.
You gotta draw.
There is
like we was talking about it with in Philadelphia. You can have a license to carry, and it's not hard to get. You got a clean record.
I got my license to carry. I never picked mine up.
Bro, I've had my license to carry since 2019. I can count the number of times, and I have a gun. I can count the number of times I've carried my weapon on me.
Mm-hmm. But because for a so-called black man carrying your weapon, unless you are
that joint just in the crib locked up,
unless you are a part of the law, right? You're part of their system. carrying a gun for a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American man, it's a bullseye and detriment. Because as soon as you get pulled over, they always ask you got any guns or weapons. As soon as you sit here and say,
they'll know you got a license to carry too. I got pulled over by Edmonton police.
They'll pop up.
Edmonton police the other day, profiling Edmonton police. They always
profiling.
Not working at
It's a lot of synagogues up there.
They don't
But
have,
we ain't gonna
and
get into
and
that.
they have nothing else to do.
Then
Like,
nothing to do.
almost
Same
no crime.
thing like Marlton.
Yeah, it's almost no crime. So they had nothing to
They
do
have
but
nothing to
pull
do
niggas over.
but harass.
And they run my plates and they can see the owner. They can see how I got a license to carry. First thing to pull me over. Yeah, man. Yeah, I noticed your license plate cover, man. Yeah, it's a little too dark for my liking. All right,
Yep.
bro. You have any? I see
For my life.
I see you got a license plate cover. I couldn't really read it out. Yes, you could.
Mm-hmm.
Stop lying. It's like, you got any weapons in the car? I see you got a license to carry. No, I don't. And then let me just license. Like, bro.
Yep.
Nothing,
I watched
bro.
so remember when I filed to go get my gun license? They sent me an email, text message, come pick up your license at the precinct. And literally, I was talking to some older brother in my store. I think I told y'all why I never went and picked it up.
Yeah, something. Y'all bring it out again.
Brother, older brother. I was kind of in the store, and I work with a lot of Edomites. So a lot of Edomites talking about how their gun collection. Yeah, I got me, my kids, my daughters. We got all guns. Yeah, we got the Ruger, the this, we got that. And I'm over here. I'm excited. It's a Jake, an older Jake brother. He's sitting here in the conversation between me and these Edomites, right? And when the Edomites left, he kind of told me, he said, hey, young brother, let me tell you something, man. That gun ain't going to do nothing for you. I said, what you mean? He said, come on, man. You having a gun isn't for your safety. You having a gun makes you a threat automatically. So it doesn't matter if you have a license and it's legal. You're not legal. The Constitution isn't for you. Bro, you know I never went and got my gun license? They called me, text me, come pick it up. Man, I said, man, you know what? You're right. Because why would I put myself in a situation, now mind you, it is smart to have one in the days that we're in right now. But until we get there, right? Now, mind you, I should go get it, but guess what? Just like how little bro just
grab one, leave it in the crib.
but mind you, we got guns. That ain't the problem.
Right.
It's license to carry. A so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man carrying a weapon is a death sentence because they will kill you without hesitation and just say you had a gun. Whether it was, and then when they kill you and you all on the news, oh, a young black man was killed at a traffic stop. The cops are going to say, well, we were threatened for it. We were scared for our lives. It was 10 of y'all and one of him. Did he ever pull his gun out? No. Where was his gun located? In the glove box. So why y'all shooting? Well, we asked him if he had a gun, and as soon as he said, because what's the first thing they do to black people, so-called black people? Oh, I got a gun. Oh, I got a license to carry. Yeah, I got my weapon in the car. All right, put your hands out. I need you to get off the car, sir. They're not even trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. But let me be a so-called white person, and I go, yeah,
You had that shit just sitting in your jaw, like,
bro. I know white.
Got that shit tucked in, big ass Ruger.
I know white
Yeah,
people.
man.
I know white people who got their they got them little holsters they put right in the car.
Yeah.
I know white people who literally got their guns sitting right there, and a cop will pull them over.
That's a nice Ruger 8.
That's the new Demon Hellcat. Oh yeah, 16 shotters in 18. Having a whole conversation with them, not even thinking about pulling a gun. But let you be a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American, and you say I'm licensed to carry. It's in the trunk, locked up in the case. We're gonna need to see your hands. Don't move, sir. Don't move too fast, sir. Bro, I said it's in the trunk. We don't know if you're telling the truth or not. We don't even get the benefit of the doubt. So for you simple niggas who can't seem to grasp the fact that you have enemies, guess what? When you die and you go to the spirit world and you talk to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, to the Yahweh Shem Yahshua, I guarantee you're going to be like this. All this shit I done told you, this is written for your learning. Nothing in your mindset, critical thinking. I know a brother that got his gun license. Matter of fact, Ant said every time he get pulled over, they always know he got a license and he always got his gun on him. He say he don't got it in the car. No, I don't got it on me. He leave it alone. You got to carry it. I ain't got it. Why? Because as soon as you say you got it, trying to be respectful, that's when it escalates.
And he also knows he can't search his car either.
And yeah, and they can't. And they can't search your car. But as soon as you say you got a weapon, they're gonna think you smoke marijuana. I think we probable cause. We smelled something. It was right here.
It's right here. It closed down. Closest door, probably Cotman.
Yeah,
Cotman and Large, I think the closest one.
Yeah, Cotman and Large. As soon as you get right here, going into the corner right here at Algon, drive straight. As soon as you hit Cotman, make a right, Drive straight. Copman and Large. You ain't gonna miss it. All right, brother. But yeah, no, real shit. So literally, I didn't go pick mine up. I was all excited to go get it because we went to the gun range that one morning. Remember, we went to the gun range. We shot an AR and a couple of other shotguns.
Remember that experience we had? At the
Not to mention, great example. I'm glad you brought it up. We went, me, my little brother, and a Ukrainian kid. One of my men. He probably a Jake. He moved like a Jake, only date black women. He one of them type.
Can rap,
Can
ball,
rap, but we're gonna leave it at that.
We're gonna leave it at that.
So he called us one morning like, yo, bro, y'all trying to go to the gun range? We younger. This was years ago. We like, yeah, let's do that. In my head, I'm like, I've only been to the gun range one other time before this. This would be a great joint. We go to the gun range. When we walked in, you already seen the eyes and shit because we went to one white kid, so-called white kid, and, two Israelites, right? So we walk in, they ask us what guns we wanted, all this and all that. And we like, all right, well, let me get that, I think I got like what's it, not the Desert Eagle. I was just happy to shoot guns. We just was like, all right, let's get a couple guns. We picked some guns out. We bought our bullets. We went in the joint. The guy gave us instructions. He said, yo, if you're done with your gun, make sure it's unloaded, unclipped, and everything. Boom.
And they gave us like a
little basket to carry. March. I went. We all in there, we shooting, boom. I used up all my bullets. So I listened to what the guy said. I took the clip out, cocked back, open, no bullets you can see in it. Nothing, literally, there's nothing in the gun. I got that, literally, it took no more than...
The basket was like we had three booths. The basket was on the booth all the way over here. I'm in the middle, this brother on the left.
Yep.
So, mind you, before we even get to that part, remember the Edomites that came in with their own rifles and shit?
We had these. Let's backtrack. But this is what they're. But look, listen to this. This is how much they're threatened by us, and when they were the ones with all the guns.
Right.
These Edomites with camos came in with their own rifles with fucking.
The typical camo shit.
Proud boys, right? They walk in. We see them. We catch eyes. I'm like, oh shit. I see they got duffel bags with big ass rifles. I'm like, oh shit. We like, all right. So I'm like, all right. I'm watching them, and all you hear they shit go off. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, God. I'm over here like this. I finish all my bullets, so I do what I was told. I took the clip out, put the clip down, opened it, closed, boom.
No, you're missing the point. You're missing the part.
But no, I'm
even before that.
Oh, wow.
When they came in, remember the bull was taking his rifle out the bag, and he was looking up at us like.
Oh yeah.
Put his shit together I wish you would.
He take his rifle out the bag. He's taking it all slow. He looking at us and shit.
Like,
I'm
nigga,
talking.
I wish you
he had
would.
some shit like this. We like,
bro. He literally had the nigga. I wish you would.
I wish you would, nigga. Like he had one of them faces.
Bro.
So we sitting here going, all right. I already was feeling it. So what I do is I clear everything out, pop, and they too still have bullets left. I literally it took me maybe 30 seconds. Click, looked at it. Yo, this is a nice gun, man. And literally 5, 4, 3, 2. I got my headphones on. Some white Edomite come in. Boom, 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 boom. He yelling to all I see because you got the muffs on, so you can't hear shit. All in my face, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I take the earphones off, which you're not supposed to because the shots were going off. I'm like, he's like, yo, you motherfucker, put the gun down, motherfucker, put the gun up, no motherfucker. I'm like, for somebody, he literally said to me, you should have put the gun up before somebody takes it the wrong way and shoots you. I said, what? I go, mind you, this is how they know they was wrong. Now I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm like, these racist motherfuckers. Now, obviously, I wish the Yahushua did pull up and I could load the clip. Kill all the motherfuckers, but you can't, right? So guess what? We go out the front to finish paying the rest of our bill or whatever. We come into the front, and then I talked to the one person who was behind the booth. I said, yo, man, your partner, whoever it is, yelling at me and all that. Trying to talk about all this other shit that somebody gonna shoot me and shit. He said, what was wrong? He said, I had the gun. I said, yo, the gun was like, and I showed him. I picked up the gun out the bin and said, it was like this. No bullets, no clip, no nothing. And even his face was like.
And he was like, yeah, man. He said, my bad. The other dude said, my bad, man. I just didn't want nobody to shoot you. And he was in Shalom. He said, you know what? I can see that happening around here.
I said, you know what? I can see that happening around here. And I knew he knew what I was talking about. Right. Yeah, one of y'all was shot me because of the color of my skin. Yeah. Not because I did something wrong. But because y'all seen me with a gun in my hand when you had these fucking hillbillies with fucking ARs with fucking skinny clips and the fucking this motherfucker had the
And
fucking.
you got a fucking 14 clip,
I got
9mm,
9mm. What the fuck am I gonna do with it? It's only two Israelites in there, and everybody else was fucking Edomites. The fuck? We was outnumbered
in a gun store.
in a fucking
In
gun
a gun
store.
range, bro.
In a gun range.
It was always a gun store.
But guess what? But see, but that was proof of
But the
how.
part that you're in a gun range.
Same one we went to. Was it?
I think it might have been the same one.
Raleigh,
Yep.
bro. I never went back there ever again.
Yeah, we went back this past year or whatever. But and then he wound up spazzing on what?
The better joint is the one off of Frank
Spell another Edomite.
He spazzed on another Edomite.
He did fuck up though.
But the Edomite was drawn.
Yeah, he was wrong.
That motherfucker was drawn. He had some bro. This
He pointed it off
motherfucker.
the range.
He put it off the range. He moved his gun around like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
Motherfuckers looking at him like, dog, you crazy?
White boy came through and draw.
He kept it no, cause he drawed on him like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Cursing the fuck out. He did.
But see, that was warranted.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
one
that
too.
was-
Me, I
Yours
didn't have.
was- yeah,
bro, I'm
yeah,
talking about literally, bro. Mind you, the gun wasn't even up. I had the gun like this
Down.
in my hand, like this, and I'm like, the fuck? I said, hello, motherfucker, what the fuck is going on? But it's all good. We see how quick they was talking about shooting me, and I wasn't even the one with all the weapons.
Right.
So what makes you think you little YNs, you Philly YNs, you
Jam
around
dads.
with your ski mask on, your poo shiesties in the heat, walking around, and you got a little hammer on you, bro. When Jacob's trouble happened, that's why it's called Jacob's trouble. They are coming for you. You. They're not coming for anybody else but you.
Them Proud Boys going to unite in that day. They going.
Oh, they gonna be, bro. You seen the first
coming-
Purge?
They coming up north. Yeah, we gonna.
Oh yeah,
hunt some
yeah, yo,
niggas.
let's go down to Philadelphia, down North Philly and shit. Just remember, they're gonna be out there shooting all. They don't have no aim. They don't really know. They're gonna be shooting like
A
this.
lot of them gonna take it out too though.
Okay, we know that. We
Yeah.
but that's
And
why
the
it's called.
gunfight shit,
But see, but the Lord
it's
called it.
gonna be like-
but,
Yeah,
but
see
the,
that one shit. though.
but hold on, it's not even about that. The Lord called it Jacob's trouble for a reason. Hold up, the Lord called it Jacob's trouble for a reason.
So
Bro.
make it a lose.
If it-
Remember,
if it's
two-thirds
if it's
of our people
if
have
it's
to be
30
knocked
v
off.
30, if it's 30 v 30, 30 niggas in the hood versus 30 Proud Boy Edomites that been shooting since they was in diapers. So,
Jake
bro, they might even get one casualty on
Like
their
a
side.
straight bullet.
Maybe a straight bullet. Maybe.
Hey. So
But then, bro, we seen
these
this shit,
yo,
bro.
these motherfucking Edomites be having fucking.
That was paintball.
They be having fucking. First of all, they be having the Molotovs. They be fucking having grenades. You see a white boy, right? Yeah, we got some grenades, man. Yeah,
I ain't getting back. I'm not getting to the story. But me and Samak was on 18. And we stopped
Bro,
to watch this shit.
Yeah, bro,
That
they-
shit was so fucking drawing, bro.
well, because remember,
The
that's
middle,
also
like, yeah,
that's
we just
also
sitting
their
there
blessing. That's also their blessing.
Yeah, bro.
This
Jake-
is what. This is
Jake
why.
do-
This
Jake
this
do
is why.
shooting.
This is why the Lord. This is also why the Lord. Now. After you just said what you got to say, this is why the Lord says He's going to send the archangel Michael to go and defend their inhabitants. Why? Because it's going to be an onslaught. Our people are going to be falling like fucking birds in the air. Boom, 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 boom. Bro, it's going to, the death toll of us going to be 10 times higher than Edomites. You want to know why? Because the Lord is going to give us our glory. Our glory is when His couple glories here. The Valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahushua's glory by Himself, right? Hunting in the clefts of the rocks and hunting around the world, it's going to be our glory. But the Lord's ultimate glory is, remember, it says that His sword shall be bathed in heaven. His sword shall be bathed in heaven. That's the ultimate glory. He wants that super. So instead of we all might get popped on this land, but remember, the land cannot be cleansed unless the blood of those who shed the blood. So the Lord is going to allow them to kill a lot of us, so it's even more justified when He fucking bathed that sword in heaven. Yeah, now y'all going to take this ICBM nuclear onslaught. All y'all going to perish. The only ones who are going to be the remnants of your race are going to be your elites, and they're going to go through fucking super chattel slavery. That's the thing. That's the glory. So, but for you young niggas out here, that's out here playing for keeps. You out here on some dumb shit, running around on social media with your guns all. Bro, these motherfuckers, bro, is mobilizing. They got all y'all on a CIA watch list, and they already know where the guns are, what blocks y'all on, and what to hit. So when the real purge come through, which is Jacob's trouble, it's going to be sport for them. They're going to be like, all right, yo, remember the CIA website? Remember, watch, you think the CIA ain't going
They
to be
gonna
working?
hire a motherfucker.
They're going to hire
little mercenaries.
Hire
Like, yo, we know
mercenaries.
you guys been wanting to get busy.
All right, well, listen, I just want you to know this is the kind of weapons they have down here. A couple Berettas, there's a couple ARs, stuff like that. They got a couple switches and stuff like that, but you guys, way more
You're
advanced.
trained.
You're trained
They
for
going
this.
down there with
They're going to come down.
They are fucking.
Get that, because he knows he has but a short time, he's going to come down like a
J
great blood.
Browns and shit.
Scars and shit. what you need?
No, I quoted it, but you
Oh,
can.
yeah, I'll be finish this real quick. Psalms 10, starting at 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor, and when he draweth him into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He hath said in his heart, Yahweh hath forgotten. He hid of his face, he will never see it. Arise, O Lord, O God, lift up thy hand, forget not the humble. Wherefore doeth the wicked condemn Yahweh? He has said in his heart, thou wilt not require it. Thou hast seen it, thou hast behold, this children he requited with thy hand, the poor committeth himself unto thee, and thou art a helper of the fatherless. Break thou the arm of the wicked, and the evil man seek out of his wickedness till thou find none. The Lord is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. Lord, thou hast heard the desire of thy humble. Thou wilt prepare thy heart. Thou wilt cause thy ear to hear, and to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more oppress.
And that's what it's ultimately going to come down to. Esau is going to get all his shit out, and then the Most High is going to send Yahweh Shine his angels to cast his place down. And it's going to be a judgment on so-called blacks, Latino, Native Americans, and 2/3 of our people, and also Esau Edom himself. I'm from you regular Joe Schmo Edomites all the way up to the elites. And obviously, like the brother said, the elites are the ones that are going to survive the nuclear missiles. They're going to survive Jacob's trouble. But a lot of you Edomites and heathen are in America, man.
The low hanging fruit won't be wiped out.
Y'all gonna be done. Most of y'all gonna be done.
Y'all gonna make it through Jacob. And if you make it through Jacob's trouble, we already know you're gonna take the chips. So you already gonna get that, that second death.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Them ICB and nuclear missiles, because the Lord ain't got nothing to do with you. Mind you, and also you gotta understand something. Esau, it's levels to Esau. It's a hierarchy to Esau. Just like it's gonna be a hierarchy in the kingdom of heaven, it's gonna be a hierarchy. It's a hierarchy on the earth right now with Edomites. The rich Edomites don't give a fuck about you peasant Edomites. Right? They use y'all to go against us. They like, all right, we got to make sure they keep looking at them so they won't look at the fact that we're the reason why they still poor too. Because how you in your own country and you poor? How you in your own country and you homeless? How you in your own country and you fucking strung out on opioids and shit? How you in your own kingdom and you literally are at the bottom of the total point with the rest of us?
I see that every day, bro. Every time I get an Edomite patient I got to go to a psych facility
Last night,
shit, bro.
Last night, let me tell you how I went for a run last night. A little 2-mile jaunt, right? And as I'm running, these two strung out Edomites walking up the street right here. I was running up the street, they walking up the street, and they looking at me. I'm looking at them. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Y'all gonna die, and I'm gonna rise. It's simple as that, man. Brother said, I keep thinking about the conversation y'all had about the gun situation. I carry one myself, but not in a carnal way. I got pulled over twice down here. Yeah, but listen, brother, we're not telling you not to have a sword, because remember, even Peter and them had swords. I'm not telling you not to have a sword.
And also, Yahweh Shah told them to go have a sword as well.
Exactly. You're supposed to be able to arm yourself, man. Like, you gotta understand something. Protection is protection. Now, if you out here on the carnal shit, where you out here looking for trouble, that's a different thing. But you out here only thinking about protection, because we're in a day and age where the modern day sword, the gun, is prevalent. Literally, it's almost to the point where you don't want to have any kind of altercation with any man on the street, because you don't know who got a gun. Because most people got guns. Right. And the only thing that deters a person with a gun is another person with a gun. Yeah. So I'm not saying that you not having one is not good. Just be very mindful that you're behind enemy lines, that you having a gun is also...
When you have your gun, you have to be even smarter.
You got to be smarter. When you got it on you, that's the last thing you grab for.
Like, you got to be in a situation where... Because this is the problem with these little jakes. They get their gun and they give them confidence. Yep. And they look for problems. Anytime nigga, I will shoot. You need to have your gun on you, and you need to let that be less confidence, if anything.
Yeah, like when your gun should give you extra fear.
Yeah,
like damn, I don't want to have to use this. Like, I really want to keep doing my life.
Yo, bro, got it. Don't worry about it. Yep. And it's like you trying to deter a situation 2 times more, because you know you got the hammer.
You know you got it on you. But you also got to remember this. In the court of law, you are already 10 levels underground. It's not a fair trial for you. Even if it was one of them things where it was caught on camera, somebody pulled the gun on you and you pulled out and shot him. They're going to still try to find a way
Sue you, yep.
to sue you, to make it seem like you did excessive force, even though they see a person pulling out on you and you quicker to the draw and bang. They go, well, did he shoot first? You did. Well, motherfucker, I was afraid for my life. At the end of the day, you're not white. And because you don't have that complexion for
Yep.
the protection,
And you say you in a racist town, bro.
Yeah.
Down in Florida at that,
yo,
too, bro.
but the good thing but one thing I would say, good thing about Florida is, man, stand your ground laws
Stand
down
your
there.
ground.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
PA, we don't have it.
We ain't got that.
Yeah, to the castle.
You know, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Because you're down there, definitely have it on you, right? I think don't they got open carry down there?
Yeah,
They might, yeah.
they do.
Well, then if you got open carry,
Texas, they got open carry.
yeah, I think I don't know about Florida. I could be
Georgia,
wrong, brother. I'm not
Georgia.
sure.
Mississippi, all that. Yeah, they
But
all
all I'm saying is this: understand that the law was not created for you. The policing system was not created for you. It was to police you and to control you. Remember, what was the first police? Who were the first policemen? The slave patrol.
Runaway slave patrol.
Actually, you guys seen the movie Emancipation with Will Smith? Go watch it.
Oh yeah.
He's running him, how he's running from the slaves, and then they had the fucking slave, the dogs going after him and all that.
Yeah.
That was the original cops. Original cops was the slave patrol. Understand, that's what it was about. And then the actual judicial system that was created to what? To be able to control the black and brown populations because slavery was over. So if they couldn't put us in fucking chains, they had to figure out another way to put us in chains. So they do it in a legal way. They changed the laws, redlining, and all these things to put you in a hole. Understand that. Once you understand that, use your wisdom. The Lord tells us to use critical thinking. When you got your hammer on you, brother, I'm not telling you not to have it. Just when I say last resort, last resort. Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. All right? But I'm not going to lie. I'm a warrior at heart. It's either me or you. So if it come down to it, brother, and you got to me or you, let the Lord deal and let the Lord be with you, man. And do what you got to do. Because in Jacob's trouble, I'm also going to make this very clear. Brothers are going to be catching bodies.
Catching bodies. 100%.
Because it's going to be all-out mayhem.
Yeah.
It's going to be you and your family versus your adversary. Psalms 83 tells us who your enemies are. You think your enemies don't know that you're their enemy? You don't think Ham don't know your enemy? You don't think Moab don't know your enemy? You don't think Ishmael? Literally, as I speak, Ham, Moab, and Ishmael walked right out.
Anybody you walk by.
That was signs following. I literally just said Psalms 83, and literally as I speak,
Oh shit.
Moab, Ishmael, and Ham walked out at the same time.
That's crazy. I just saw it just now. That's crazy.
If I would have turned the camera, y'all would have been like, oh
It was
shit.
wild,
And as Yahweh living, that's
okay.
just what happened.
Wow.
Right? So what I'm trying to get you to understand is, yeah, exactly. Because they know who you are. They verbally come out. Ham has verbally come out and said, we are not them, they are not us. We are, and then mind you, we had a Hamite at our last camp, and he's like, yeah, we know. He literally said, we know y'all enemies. I'm not y'all. I know where I come from. I know that me and you are different. I'm like, okay, cool.
So I can trace my shit back like 1,500 years.
It's cool, and I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
That's just, but I'd rather them be in upfront about who they are, so we know exactly who the enemies are, than to fake it and act like you one of us just to try to blend in, which most of them do.
Right.
They'll try to act like they us until they get around us. You ever notice they love our culture, they love acting so-called Black American, but as soon as
A real one comes.
a real one come around, oh man, these motherfucking niggas, man, yo, they swear they using the N-word and shit. Yo, you a Hamite. I don't believe an African should be able to use the fucking N-word.
Real shit.
Whoa. Was your people called nigger? Even though the word just means dark.
Dark. Yeah.
But in a negative connotation state. Were your people enslaved? They're like, no, my people are enslaved. I know where I'm from. I'm the Congo. All right, motherfucker, then shut the fuck up.
I agree.
But just understand, brother, in Jacob's trouble, you will be catching bodies, whether you like it or not.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Lord's going to, no, listen.
Oh yeah.
Remember, the Lord is a man of war.
Oh yeah.
And he's going to test us. Our spirit, some brothers are probably not going to get touched or messed with because the Lord is going to have a different kind of grace on them. Other brothers got to go through proving grounds. Some brothers, the Lord probably you're doing your work, but you kind of act lukewarm once in a blue. All right, Jacob's troublehead, I want to see if you really call upon my name. The Lord will test you.
He'll make sure you get the W.
Yeah, he gonna make sure you get the W if you pass the test.
Right.
Like you let's say you're back against the wall. The Lord only wants to hear you say, Yahweh Shemi Al Shah, help me. Kahaloim Yahweh Shemi Al Shah. And then it's like,
David and Samson is the best one.
matter of fact, perfect, because it called Samson prayed to the Lord that he give him the power so he could.
Worst time
At
ever.
the worst time. And remember, with a donkey's jaw, he went, was 1,000 men?
1,000.
He you understand, bro? You ever get in a fight with one person, and then after like 2 minutes, you're like,
Get the fuck out. That's what I be saying,
That's
bro.
one man.
That's one man with 1,000.
one
bro.
man. This man with a donkey's jaw, and they got swords and spears and shit,
Yeah.
and he out there, come on.
Bro.
So the Lord is going.
It's spiritual power.
It's spiritual power. There was
bro.
spiritual power. You know,
Spiritual reflexes, spiritual
there was.
strength.
It wasn't the Samson
Spiritual.
who pulled down the pillars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was spiritual power. Remember, these
Yeah,
pillars
bro.
are made of stone.
David was strong like that.
David was jumping over fucking walls,
Yeah.
bro. They did a study on how high walls were in kingdoms back in the day because of sieges. Bro, this man was jumping 30 to 60 feet.
Yo, motherfucker,
This man was on some
Basically
That's-
jumping his building right here.
higher than
jumping
that.
that joint.
Higher than that. He was probably jumping up there, grabbing onto a ledge, and throwing himself up with his sword coming down like. Remember, it said David killed tens of thousands.
Yeah.
The ultimate anime, David was doing.
And he was super agile like a cheetah too.
Yep. It worked. That's
Deer
it.
was a
Moderate
deer.
versus moderate
Yeah,
versus
versus
the-
yeah,
the-
some moderate shit.
That's-
Yeah.
brother,
That's
that
David
was
right there.
perfect.
That's David right there.
So just
yeah.
understand that, brother. Like it's going to get real. Some brothers going to get tested where you're going to have to put somebody down to stay alive. But you got to trust in the Lord. Everything's going to be through the Lord. Remember when the Lord talks about killing, there's a righteous kill, and then there's
murder.
actual murder, right? If you at war and someone's trying to kill you, but you kill them, that is not murder.
That's part of the game.
That's part of the freaking game. That's the opposition. That's like, all right, me or you. Because if you don't shoot, I guarantee that person gonna shoot. Especially when your color don't match the protection. You know what I mean? You ain't got the pigmentation for protection. So people, your skin color is gonna be a bullseye like it is now. Think about it. You walk down the street in the city, right? You live in a racist town. You drive to the diner. You minding your business. You just want to get yourself some eggs and some beef bacon. But as soon as you walk in, because of the color of your skin, everybody doing what?
Everybody get quiet.
Looking at you. Why? Because and I guarantee you, if we could read minds, you'll probably hear him eating my son. I wish I could kill him and lynch him now. What's that nigger doing in here? I wish I could kill him.
And you ain't do no wrong.
You ain't do no wrong but walk in and try to spend some money.
Hey, how you doing?
So, brother, so just understand, man, I'm not telling brothers not to have swords on them. Alright? But also understand that the ultimate sword is what? The scriptures. Let's not lose sight. Because if the Lord is with you, who
Need that shit.
could be against you? And you don't need it.
Need that joint.
You're not going to need it. The Lord also said he's going to send the Archangel Michael to go defend the inhabitants of who? Jerusalem. Why? Because there's going to be so much bloodshed going on that the Lord is going to have to, he's going to have to actually get in the middle of it. Hey, they're going to kill all my people. Remember it says, I'm at the speed of time for the elect's sake, or there shall be no more flesh left to save. Why? Because so many people going to die. 2/3 of our people, 66.6%. Look at that number. 66.666666 guys has to be cut off and dies. Bro, that means 2 out of every 3 people. Period. 2 out of every 3 people gotta go. That's of our people. We're not even talking about the bloodshed that these people are going to be doing to each other and judgment going out.
Right.
So, brother, yeah, I'm not telling you not to have a weapon.
Total is way more than that.
I'm not telling you not to have a weapon, but your ultimate weapon is the scriptures, man. Being under the shadow, get that, being in the shadow of the Almighty. So I can.
Well, let me read this first because it's my break because it's so prevalent. And I'll read Psalm 91. Psalm 34 and 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth around them that fear him and delivereth them. And I don't need a breakdown.
I don't need no breakdown. Simple. You fear the Lord, the angels, the Most High's angels going to deliver you because they going to camp around you. That means you got angels like this with you right now. You don't even know.
And what's crazy?
You fear the Lord.
And matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a quick little joke. I said this to Ant earlier. So we going over to Asia in November, and my dad like, yo, I ain't trying to take no Arab Airlines, Emirates or nothing, bro. I ain't trying to go over to the Middle East. I ain't trying to be in Qatar or nothing. And I looked at it and I said, why does it matter? They couldn't understand my faith because I believe in this. The angels are camp around those that fear the Lord. That plane ain't gonna go down if we on it. The Lord ain't gonna have nothing go off in that airport because we in it. We gonna make it there and back because
hey, Samat said that last trip, the trip before, he said, yo, everybody's safe for her because we on it.
yeah, real talk, and we believe that because the scriptures say it. That's the kind of faith you gotta have. But my dad was like, hey, look, we want to try to do Asian Airlines. I said, but Dad, isn't Asia about to go to war with Taiwan? And if Taiwan goes to war with China, isn't America going to get into that? Isn't it still going to be war everywhere? Remember, it's World War III. It's all nations. So why are we worried about landing in Qatar or Kuwait? You know what I'm saying? When the people who bombing over there is America.
Plus, you also gotta look at it too. We flew Kuwait Airways last time.
Qatar.
Qatar.
Well, yeah,
No, it was Kuwait.
It was Qatar, but we
Kuwait
landed
Airlines landed in Qatar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, it was Qatar Airlines landed in Kuwait, and then we landed. Correct. No, it's whatever. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Because
matter.
we was in the Middle East.
But 85% of the plane was fucking Ishmael Elon.
Yep.
And remember,
So,
remember,
even by that logic, it don't make sense because a lot of the motherfuckers that are coming from JFK, going over to whatever, Qatar,
that's
are
that's
leaving, they're
own
going
people.
back home.
That's their own people. I understand what you're saying.
It's their own people.
It's their own people. So they so
And then
so
who's
yeah.
bombing those people? America.
Yeah, okay.
In Israel. So we get caught up on a plane and America kills their own citizens. How's it going to look?
Yeah, right. Correct. Well, it's a double whammy. It's their own people, and also we're on it. Because remember when Abraham pleaded to the angel on the fact that if he was going down numbers of Sodom and Gomorrah, he's like, yo, if at least 5 of them would you if I found 5, then that whole joint is cool, but they couldn't. So even
He
5,
said one.
and even just one was in there, they would have kept it cool.
Mind you, this was Yahweh himself though, too.
True, you know what I mean?
No. I mean, like this is the one
Yeah.
that don't play.
Don't play,
Remember,
right.
Yahweh Shai is the mediator.
Remember, Abraham-
Yahweh is like this.
Abraham was the Lord's friend, so he's
Uh-huh.
like, all right.
Exactly, because of who Abraham was. That's the only reason we got it. That's why. Remember.
That's why
remember
Lot survived.
Yeah,
That's his
exactly.
little,
Remember the Lord was not going to destroy it all, but then looked over there and was like, oh hell no. Hey yo, you better go get whoever you need to go get because I'm fucking this shit up.
all the way up.
You know what I mean, mind you, Sodom and Gomorrah were just 2 cities, but it was the neighboring cities that went with it. Do you know how many people died?
That's a lot, bro.
That's why they thought. Remember, that's why the Moab and Ammon was born, because they thought that it was the end of the world,
yeah.
that no one else lived because all the cities were not. They're like, all the known cities of the world are gone.
Yeah, that's
All
like,
of-
yo,
Because they said we need to give our father an heir, thinking that they was never going to see people again,
again, yeah.
or they don't know how long it was till they was gonna see
Yo, what y'all want to call that? Heavenly like nukes? 'Cause that was fire from heaven that made
No,
heat so
no.
crazy like brimstone, bro. That's fucking scary.
That was heavenly nukes.
Heavenly like
The
nukes.
reason why we know that is because remember, they turned into a pillar of salt.
Yeah,
you
that's
know
a lot of
how
heat, bro.
hot
That's a lot of heat, bro.
something has to be to get it back to its normal form.
Yeah, that's
Just
a lot of
salt.
heat.
Bro,
That's a
the
lot
Lord
of
wasn't playing. So we
And cremation takes process.
exactly everything takes time, but the Lord was like, no, get rid of it now. I don't want a remnant. I don't want DNA left. I want nothing. Anybody come in this land, mind you, to this day it's radioactive. To this day, around the area, they find salt pillars. Remember that with that famous salt pillar at the top, and it looked like a woman that was. It literally shows like a woman
Yeah, I saw that.
petrified in salt, and
Right, a lot of white.
and then they came out there with the little the radioactive joints, and the radiation was so high. They like, damn, it had to be what nuclear in some kind of form, because the Lord was not playing with it. But understanding all of this, we understand that we are divinely protected if we're doing what we're supposed to do, right? Having a weapon, your weapon is only, mind you, gotta understand something. Your weapon is only going to save you if the Lord allows it. Because you could have a weapon on you, and you might go ahead and kill this person, turn the corner, and get killed by another person.
Or pull it out and catch a bullet. You need to use it at all.
Yep. And then somebody else take your gun and keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Yeah.
Or by you not pulling out the gun at all, saved your life because it made the person who was about to kill you or shoot you go, all right, well, he not a threat, and keep it moving.
Right.
You gotta, use
So many
wisdom.
different genres.
You just gotta use so much wisdom. But at the end of the day, man, the Lord is the author of life and death, and all that power is in His hand. So all you need to do is fear the Lord. It says, why fear the one that can kill the body? You should fear the one that can kill the body and the soul, right? Because if you fear the Lord and you're doing what you're supposed to do, there's not a hair on your head that can be touched by any enemy. That's what you got to understand. And by trusting in the power like that is what's going to get you probably spiritual power and the honor and glory to go hunting when it's time to hunt. Rather get that. I will send you many fishers, but then I will send for many hunters. Get that. This is what I mean by that. Because this is honor and glory. Because what is glory? What was glory to a man in the scriptures? It was headhunting. It was war. Literally. Go ahead. I'll get it.
Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
That's your glory that the Lord is bestowing upon you if you stay faithful into the end. Because the end, I'm not talking about when the kingdom of heaven is ushered in. I'm talking about you get on that chariot. The end is when you on that chariot.
That's it. Yep.
Once you want it, bro, you all of a sudden you getting transformed and twinkling of an eye.
So that's the end.
Bro,
So,
you at the end. And then guess what? The Lord is going to bestow a great honor on you, and that's to become a hunter. Hey, I made you a fisher, and you passed all of that. You endured, my son. Now, go get your glory and your lick back. Remember the motherfuckers that put all them decrees to put your people
The
down?
Lord gonna give you a download a hit list.
He going down a hit list and said they're over in
GPS
Switzerland.
locations.
They're over in Switzerland in the bunkers. They're over in this place in the bunkers. Also in America, the lake of fire ain't gonna hurt you, so you could dive straight into it, get through, break down through all the mountains in the ground, and go get them out of them underground cities that's under there. Oh, by the way, there's underwater cities too that connect everything. Go hunt them there too. That's why it says hunt them out of the clefts of the rocks and into their hiding places. Bro, you think, no, you want that honor. Remember, get that faith is a patience and saints. Those with two-edged sword. Yeah, get that real quick. This is the proof of that honor, right here. And then after that, we can close up with this one actually. This is just the honor that you want, man. You want to be a part of this number right here.
Psalms 49, I'm gonna start at the top. Praise ye the Lord, sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of the saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with a timbrel and a harp.
So this is us being thankful that Yahweh Shah came back and saved us. That we made it to the end, right? This is us being happy. We sing, oh, we out here, this is that party, right? But guess what? Work's still not done. Go ahead.
For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation.
Mm-hmm. See, he's going to beautify us with salvation, right? That new spiritual body, that immortality, right? Death is swallowed up. Literally having power to trample anything, control the elements, be able to be literally many Yahweh Shahs. Go ahead.
Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth and the two-edged sword in their hand.
To do what?
To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor hath all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh.
This honor has all his saints. And we can leave it at there. Literally what I said, the scriptures follow. Anything I said, it was through the scripture. So you want that kind of glory. You want to become a hunter, right? Be faithful unto death. And the Lord said, I shall give thee a crown of life. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Baha'u'llah, Kakadash, the line to the elders and apostles, Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.